We are here today to stand in solidarity with the family of George Floyd and also to express our own experiences with racism and institutional discrimination in Finland. In Finland, in Europe, in 2018 there was a research made about being black in Europe, and Finland came in that research to be one of the most racist countries in EU. And when you look at that research and many other academic studies made by University of Helsinki, University of Turku and other universities within Europe, you see that the people of African descent in Finland, particularly sub-Saharan African, people who look like me, face really, really huge racism on their daily lives in Finland. So I will not speak only about myself, I speak also about the experiences of Somali communities in Finland and everyone else. So it is something that is well known that we are experiencing this kind of stuff. Like, just because somebody is black, they cannot get a job in a store. And there was a story about that of an African lady who applied for a job to sell jewelry in the Finnish store, and they said, oh sorry, we cannot get the black person to sell in this shop. So there have been those kind of cases reported. According to the research that was published in 2018, the same one we're talking about being black in Europe, there was a huge response from those who took part from Finland that they are usually racially profiled by the police and stopped and checked on the road. So, and we remember also in November 2018, there was a story reported, an incident of an African guy, a Ghanaian guy called Samuel Dolphyne, that he died in the hands of Finnish police. So we don't really know what really happened, and unfortunately, for some reasons, the Finnish mainstream media never reported that story. But the Ghanaian community, the Ghanaian diaspora community, put it on their website, and they reported about the incident of the guy that he died in the hands of Finnish police. Of course, he had asthma, and doing what happened when he was being arrested, so he lost his life. So those things also have happened here in Finland, and beside the police profiling and other stuff also. So we are going to the police to express that also our people feel that the police is somehow treating us with indifference, not the same as white people. They treat them the same way. If a black person in Finland commits a crime, it will be in every media platform. But if something is done towards a black person, like the incident about the Ghana guy, it is actually just ignored. So in that way, there is this kind of indifference with the Finnish media also. When there is something negative to talk about a black person or an immigrant, the media are so quick and happy to put those stories and sell them. Of course, that's what the news is for, things what people want to read. But when there's something positive, when there is something that is on the side of the black person, then the media just ignores it. So I think that the media should be fair and the police should be fair. That's all we are asking for. Treat us the same as any other person. You are talking to me now, you're a white Finnish guy, and I think that if the police would treat me the same way they treat you, I will not be here today making this demonstration with these women as well. So it's just that indifference that we experience living in Finland, that we are not treated the same as everyone else. And that is why we are here to say that every life matters. That's true, but every life cannot matter when black life doesn't mean anything to some people. I will quote Nelson Mandela and Martin Luther King says, if you are silent to injustice, it's just the same as you taking part in that injustice. So we are pleading with the Finnish white community. We know that Finland is a very good country, there's a lot of good people here. Not all person in Finland is racist, no, it's very, perhaps few hands of people. But those other who are good persons, when you see racism, speak up. When you see somebody being discriminated, you can be the person who is going to make a difference to change life. So your silence is very painful to us who are experiencing this stuff. So we are encouraging and we are begging the white Finnish community to please speak up when you see racism, and please speak up when you see some kind of injustice. We need your solidarity. That is what we are begging for, and that's what we are hoping society can change. And that is why in America, in Berlin, in London, people are coming out, because we want that solidarity and we need the solidarity from those who are with us in society.
Tulimme yhdessä puhumaan puolestamme ja ilmaista menetyksemme ja surra muiden afrikalais-amerikkalaisen ja globaali afrikkalaisen yhteisön kanssa George Floydin kuolemasta. Sanomme George Floydin perheelle, että jaamme kipusi, tiedämme kipusi ja olemme kanssasi. Surremme kaikkia ihmisiä, jotka ovat menettäneet henkensä poliisin raakuuden ja rasismin vuoksi. Globaali rasismi ja anti-mustafobia vaikuttaa mustiin ihmisiin kaikkialla maailmalla. Myös täällä Suomessa. Marraskuussa 2018 yhden veljestämme ghanalaisen Samuel Dolphynen ilmoitettiin kuolleen häneen pidätettyään Helsingin poliisin toimesta. Olemme jatkuvasti todistaneet poliisin vallan väärinkäyttöä etenkin Amerikassa ja muissa maissa ympäri maailmaa. Useiden vuosikymmenien ajan olemme nähneet, kuinka Yhdysvaltain poliisi on käyttänyt etnistä profilointia ja kohdistanut erityisesti afrikalais-amerikalais-mustiin miehiin. Tämä on poliisin hyvin yleinen käytäntö Suomessa ja muissa Euroopan maissa myös. Mustat ihmiset ovat kyllästyneet tähän ja sen on loputtavaa. Vaadimme tasa-arvoa afrikalaisille ja mustalla elämälle merkitystä. Vaadimme poliisijärjestelmä ja oikeuslaitoksen muutosta. Tämä poliisin profilointi ja syrjintää tapahtuu kaikille mustille ihmisille ympäri maailmaa. Me afrikalaiset ja Suomen afrikalaiset kohtaamme myös poliisin väkivaltaa, syrjintää, rasismia ja profilointia. Kuten Helsingin yliopistossa tehdyssä tutkimuksissa etnisen profiloinnin pysäytetyt alueet, merkitykset ja käytännöt osoittavat, meillä on jatkuvasti erilaisia poliisin väkivaltaisuuksia. Osa Suomen poliiseista käyttää sanallista, henkistä ja fyysistä väkivaltaa. Sanallinen väärinkäyttö kohdistuu usein mustan vähemmistön haavoittuviin ihmisiin. He myös käyttävät fyysistä väkivaltaa mustia miehiä ja muita vähemmistöyhteisön miehiä vastaan. Myös Suomen mustia ihmisiä syrjitään paljon, etenkin kun he hakevat koulun ja työpaikan. Rasismi, jota me kohtaamme täällä Suomessa, on institutionaalinen ja rakenteellinen, jonka tuottaa ja toteuttaa lainsäädäntö ja rasismi, joka perustuu eri instituutioiden käytäntöihin ja sääntöihin. Rasismi näkyy Suomessa esimerkiksi kouluissa, sairaaloissa, pankeissa ja työpaikoilla. Täällä on jo toinen ja kolmas sukupolvi maahanmuuttajia. Kuinka kauan rasismi voi jatkua Suomessa? Ja pitäisikö lapsemme ja heidän lapsensa kärsiä siitä? Kiitos!
Thank you all for coming today and to stand with us as we stand with the family of George Floyd to say to the family that we black people, we people of African descent in Finland, we understand their pain, we feel that pain, and we know that pain. We are here today not on a vacation trip, not for a pleasure trip, or not for a selfie trip. We are here today to express also to the Finnish police and the Finnish society that the people of African descent living in Finland are also facing racism in Finland. We are facing racism just with our common daily living situation. In the train, in the metro, on the street, in bars and nightclubs. We are here today to look and to tell the Finnish police that when we are driving also in Finland, we are always thinking if we see the police coming behind us. Are they coming after us? Have we done something wrong? We have that fear, the same fear that exists in the minds of African Americans in America. The same fear that my cousin feel in New York, I have in Finland as well when I'm driving. And this is just because of the color of my skin. We are here today to stand in solidarity also with our Ghanaian family. Last year we had a story of a Ghanaian who died in the hands of the Finnish police, and the story was never reported by the mainstream Finnish media. We don't have any information about that. We believe that human rights is for everyone, and we believe that in Finland that can be applied to every person, not by looking at the skin of the color of their skin or how blue is their eyes. We believe that the Finnish law and the Finnish system should treat every person in Finland equally, and that we have not experienced being black people living in Finland. That I have not experienced being an Afro person living in Finland. We are here today to express all those to the Finnish police. The police is supposed to be our friend, but that is not the case for many Africans in Finland. We are doing this in a very civil way and a very peaceful way. We are telling the Finnish government and the Finnish police that the racism that we witness every day is also pressing like the knee on our neck like that of George Floyd. The same racism is killing us as well.
What do we want? We Africans, we black people, we brown people, we the poor white, we the underprivileged, we the marginalized, what do we want? We come here because we are mourning. Why are we mourning? We are mourning because we cannot breathe. We cannot breathe in the bus stop. We cannot breathe at airports. We cannot breathe in institutions. We cannot breathe everywhere in this world, including USA, including Finland. Why can't we breathe? We can't breathe because we are black. We have gone through this for 500 years. We are tired. We are tired to see the video like George Floyd, the way he died. He died asking for breath. He was asking for nothing else. He was just asking for breath. Even here in Finland, we have Samuel Dolphyne, the Ghanaian who died here. He also died saying, I can't breathe. I have asthma. So what did he want? He just wanted to breathe. So the breathing, the breath that everybody wants, we need to feel that we have a right to have it wherever we are. We should not feel that we can be denied breath because of the color of our skin. Angela Davis says, one day they come for me in the morning, the next day they are coming for you at night. Also, Frantz Fanon said, we revolt just because we cannot breathe. Malcolm X said, until when Africans learn to unite and work together and defend each other, only then can Africans be respected. Only then can Africans have a right to breathe. So it is of paramount importance that Africans, we unite globally. We are a global family and we face the same experiences, and we can only get a right to breathe when we unite, as Malcolm X said. And we also have a right to unite with all the other marginalized. Together, we can also free ourselves. We can free ourselves from the suffocating knee that is on our neck. The suffocating knee was not on George Floyd only, was not on Samuel only, it's on all of us. And it's not only black people, it's also all those who are marginalized. So we have a responsibility to remove this knee that is on our neck. Let us work hard to remove this knee. It is systemic racism, it is structural racism that is on our neck. But I have hope as a black woman. I have hope because I am in a country that respects the Constitution. So I am grateful that I will be protected here if we also keep on emphasizing our right to breathe. And I'm hopeful because I see young people who are gathered here today, different races, different classes, who are here, who are demanding that Black Lives Matter. So it gives me hope as a black woman that the future is actually happening right now. We will not stick to the past. We will not stick to what happened. We are going to look forward to the future that you young people are shaping. You are shaping it right now. Clap hands for yourselves.
Thank you very much.
Hei kaikille. Anteeksi, mua vähän jännittää. Mun on pakko puhua. Olen ollut hiljaa 29 vuotta. Olen tullut Suomeen 7-vuotiaana uskokseen, että maasta, mistä lähdin pakoon sotaa, oli hirveä. Ja tulin tänne maahan uskoakseen, että saan vapauden elää omassa hengessä, eli kuka minä olen. Uskoin, että minä voin tulla Suomeen uskoakseen, että saan vapauden. Mutta se tyttö, joka tuli 7-vuotiaana Suomeen, se kaikki ajatukset, mitä hänellä oli tästä maasta, ne ajatukset, se usko, kaikki mitä hänellä oli laitettu syrjään. Tulin Suomeen 7-vuotiaana, että en edes osannut puhua kieltä. Luulin, että nämä asiat tapahtuu, koska Suomessa ei ole koskaan ennen nähty tummaihoista naista. Minä annoin Suomelle joka ikinen kerta tekosyyn. Kaikki ne vuodet olen antanut Suomelle tekosyyn. Miksi Samira, sinulla tehdään näin? Miksi sinua kutsutaan neekeriksi? Miksi sinulla on huivi? Miksi olet muslimi? Uskon, että nämä kaikki asiat 15 tai 16 vuoden päästä, kun olet tullut aikuisien, asiat muuttuvat. Mikään ei ole muuttunut. Asiat ovat ehkä jopa pahempia. Minulla on 4 veljeä. 2 on minua vanhempi ja 2 on minua nuorempi. Jotta voitte kuvitella, koko kasvuiässäni olen varmistanut niille 2 nuoremmille, että heille ei käy sitä, mitä minulle kävi. Että he eivät koke rasismia, henkilöstä, fyysistä, psyykkistä. Mutta mitä minä näin? Minä näin sitä, että kun minä olen nainen, se oli varmaan ehkä helpompi minulle. Mutta se, että he ovat mustia miehiä, oli vielä syvällisesti haastavampi. Se oli heille niin vaikeata aikaa. Mä oon nähnyt kaikenlaista rasismia Suomessa koskien mustaa miestä. Kukaan ei halua nähdä educated, eli ihminen, kouluttautunut mustaa miestä. Se on niin vaarallista kaikille, ei pelkästään Suomessa. Kaikkialla. We do not like to see a black educated man. Our black educated men are getting beat down, shut down from every corner in the planet. I am sick of this. Me ollaan kaikki ihmisiä. Me asutaan Suomessa. Jokainen ihminen, joka on kasvanut täällä, elänyt täällä, haluaa antaa Suomelle hyvä toivo, parempaa elämää. Mutta mä kysyn teiltä nyt, te veit sanoi meille äsken, että me nuoret saamme parempaa mahdollisuutta, tai meillä on paljon parempaa mahdollisuuksia. Se ei pidä paikansa. Anteeksi. We are not getting nothing done. Things are just getting worse and worse. Mun kysymys on Suomelle. Milloin asiat muuttuvat? Pitääkö minun odottaa nähdäkseni minun lapset, jotta synnytän Suomessa, että he käyvät samaa kampailua vielä mun lapsenlapsille? Minne me ollaan menossa ja mihin tämä elämä on ryhtymässä? Mä sanon joka ikiselle ihmiselle. Mitä te näitte George Floydille on kaikkea muuta, mitä te ette ole nähneet, mitä mustille ihmisille tehdään. Mun viimeinen asia on vaan se, että ihmiset herätkää. Suomi herää. Herää! Kiitos.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. And I would like to thank you for coming and to stand with us. And it's very important for everybody. It's not just black people. We need to stand together and encourage each other. It doesn't matter what kind of race, which country you came. But we came here to tell the Finnish government or the Finnish police that, what the black people are facing here is unfortunate. Because we don't get no justice, no equality. Me, myself, I have witnessed, I'm a victim of police. I never get no justice. So, we also would like to urge the police that you need to do more. Do more, encourage people. Your job is to protect people. So, if you guys doing like that to the society or foreigner, so what's your job then? No justice, nothing. So, and that's very very, 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 very bad for us. No? Like we cannot breathe. In the bus, in the metro, at work, I've seen that many. And I have left job also in the middle of this such of thing. So we need a change, justice. Everybody should be in the same level and same treatment. So I don't have much to say, and thank you very much.
And we are here as well to point that out very clearly, that we will not allow people to continue to speak on the behalf of African people in Finland. If I cannot call the police when I experience racism, what then should I do? And that is the big picture. Why is it always the same thing every time? Why should I always be afraid when I'm driving in Finland if the police is behind me? Why? We are living here in Finland. Many of us have mental problems, depression, because of racism. And we don't have a platform or a place to talk about this problem. Nobody talks about it. And when you want to talk about these experiences, sometimes people think that you are just overreacting. When many of my black sisters want to talk about their sexual harassment that they face on the streets in Helsinki, people call them angry black women. And in my workplace, I have to be extra careful when I talk with my colleagues, because they will easily stereotype me into a category of black man. We don't talk about all these things. These are our daily struggles. We go to work. We do the same job in the kitchen as a chef. You experience racism on top of that same job that you are doing. It is not right. It is not right. And it is time for us. We are going to continue to encourage every African person and Africans in Finland that we must speak for ourselves. We must tell these stories. Because sometimes when you talk about racism, to some people it is so far away. It is not real. It's like some fiction. But racism is very real. It's something that we experience every day. We get up from our sleep from the bed and we step outside of our house. Searching for apartments, jobs, going to the shop, the security follow you around sometimes for just being a black person. In Finland, those things happen. These few persons who are here, this is not kind of a political campaign, or we are not looking for media. We are here to share our real experiences, that we feel exactly the same pain, the same struggle of George Floyd. We are still alive, but we are in the same situation every day. In 2018, research that was published, Being Black in Europe, Finland was one of the most racist countries in Europe, according to that research. Many Finnish politicians were very quick to put that on social media and criticize it and talk about it. Many so-called Black Lives Movement in Finland, they were so quick to make statements and talk about them, but they don't really care about the sufferings and the struggling of black people in this country. We are demanding real changes in the society. We are demanding equality. That's all we want. We are not asking to be treated differently from any person. I just want to be as equal as you. Sometimes when I'm in the tram, the train, or the metro, I try to be invincible. I try not to be present. So if you are not a black person, try to picture that. What it means to try to take yourself out of the equation, not to be seen. When I was in Africa, before moving to Finland, I never knew I was black. I only knew I was black and I was somebody who was not wanted only when I came to Europe and when I came to Finland. We are not saying that everybody in Finland is racist. That is definitely not what we are saying. We are saying that the society could be better. We are saying that the institutions that are being put in place by the government, by society to take care and to look after every citizen in Finland are not putting the same interest to look after the lives and the struggle of racism that we face in Finland. And that is our biggest struggle. That causes us a lot of pain, depression, emotional pain. Recently, a Somali kid was stabbed at the metro somewhere in Kanemaki. We don't know what happened. But we know the story. He's not the first one. And he's not going to be the last, unfortunately. But we understand that if the story was the other way around, we know what would have happened. Why is this injustice? Why do we have to experience this injustice from one of the countries that is branded and known in the world to be the most democratic? We plead and we hope the Finnish police and the Finnish government can start to make steps into reducing racism and hate speech in Finland. 2 days ago, a Finnish politician posted on Twitter the photo of George Floyd and was making joke Pinky Floyd. And we know that he was able to make that statement and to make that tweet, and many other politicians have been very vocal openly on social media making racist comments, because Finnish laws doesn't have any law that you can charge a person who makes a racist comment without targeting a specific individual or a community. It means anybody can go on social media or shout and say racist things in Finland, and even if you report them to the police, nothing is going to happen to them. And that is one of the things that we hope that the Finnish lawmakers could see into this problem, that there can be a law that will make it possible to charge any person who could openly make a racist remark or racist statement even without targeting an individual. So people will not be reckless on social media or on the street or in the buses or in the train. Because if I'm walking on the street and a Finnish person just say whatever they want to say and pretend they didn't say it to me, they will not be charged for that. These things are real. The story of racism, the experiences of racism is real. And it's everywhere. And even here in Finland as well. And that is why we are here today. And we hope that this can be a new beginning. Unfortunately, you have to take the life of George Floyd.
Mä olin 9-vuotias, kun mä tulin Suomeen. Ja ekan kerran, kun mä kohtasin rasistista väkivaltaa tai rasistista sanallinen rasismia, oli se, mä olin 9-vuotias, mä olin pihalla leikkimässä ja sinne tulee yksi meidän pihan, se taisi olla meidän pihalta, joku naapuritäti tulee sinne ja haukkuu mua, että hei sinä neekeri, paino takaisin sun oma kotimaahan. Kuvitelkaa miltä musta tuntui. Mä olin 9-vuotias lapsi ja mä tulin just silloin Afrikasta. En ollut pitkään aikaa Suomessa. Mä menin itkeen sisään ja sanoin mun äidille, että äiti, että toi nainen, se sanoi mulle, että neekeri, mitä se tarkoittaa? Mä en tiedä. Koska Afrikassa ei me ikinä kuultu mitään neekeriä. Ei meillä ollut mitään kokemusta siitä. Sitten mä itkin ja sanoin äidille, että se haukui mua, se sanoi mulle neekeriksi, mene takaisin kotimaahan. Ja mä sanoin, että mehän tultiin Keniasta, että mihin mun pitäisi mennä. Koska Somaliassa oli sisällissotaa. Ja mun äiti yritti lohduttaa mua, niin se oli tosi vaikea asia. Joten mä toivon, että kaikki lapset, jotka kasvaa täällä Suomessa, eivät kokisi sitä, mitä me ollaan koettu. Ja mä aina yritän mun työssäkin lohduttaa ja jutella niille lapsille, kun joku haukkuu heitä. Yrittää selittää heille, että hei, et sussa ei ole mitään vikaa. Sä oot täydellinen just sellaisena kuin sä oot. Että hänessä on joku vika, että hän on se sairas ihminen. Joten tehdään yhdessä työtä ja puututaan kaikki rasismiin. Jos te näette, että joku ihminen kohtelee jotakin huonosti, ihan sama mistä maasta hän on, minkä värinen, mitä hän edustaa, niin sun pitää puuttua. Koska sit kun sä oot hiljaa, niin sä oot samanlainen kuin se ihminen, joka niin kuin tekee sitä. Joten kiitos kaikille, että te olette tullut